some coffee. You are ready to go.
No judging, no judging.
Amy runs on coffee. God love her. We love Amy Morrison, host of the Beauty Report every Wednesday 9 to midnight. Of course, this Wednesday, Amy will be with Dolly Parton. We're excited about that. Let's do one more question. What award has host Debbie Denman received for her previous job? Debbie Denman, what award did she receive for her previous job? Leave your answers below if you're watching us on Facebook, and we'll reveal the answer shortly. Somebody's going to win $25 to spend right here on HSN. Okay, let's keep on going. Let's go this way. Birthday month coming to a close. One of the biggest and most successful offers of the birthday month has, of course, been our Samurai smoke detectors. An important topic, a big conversation, important to shine a spotlight on a couple issues. First of all, for many of us, our smoke detectors don't look like this. For most of us, our smoke detectors are much bigger and are perhaps without battery right now. Maybe you had a smoke detector that was beeping at you all night long, and in a fit of rage, you got on a step stool and you took out the battery and you never put it back. For many of us, we get fed up with changing the batteries because they don't seem to last very long. I want to tell you something. This is expensive next generation technology. It has a 10-year battery, an industry-leading 10-year battery that basically is hassle-free and fuss-free for a whole decade. Now, it looks different because it is different. This has inside of it a advanced photoelectric sensor, which gives you more accuracy and less false alarms. You get 2 of the smoke detectors. They're brilliant. Other companies out there charging a lot of money for this technology. Our price is $62.99. Normally, you'd spend around $40 each, but that's not all you're getting. We're also going to include a carbon monoxide detector. Carbon monoxide poisoning is a major problem in the country today. It's called the silent killer because sadly, you don't really know it's happening. This includes a carbon monoxide detector, regularly retails for about $45. You can stick this using the 3M tape to the wall or the ceiling. It's important to talk about. We're going to dive into this. I believe there are 1,900 or 2,000 left at this stage. $62.99 is a great value versus what you could pay. But Joe, it's one of those products where, and I say it every time, and I don't think anybody would mind me saying it, out of all the products that we are offering tonight, if you only buy one, it should most certainly be this.
You're exactly right, Adam. For me, it's peace of mind. You know, it's everything that's in your house. You think about if a fire takes over your house, someone's not able to get out of the house, or maybe you have one of these and you're thinking, I'm pretty sure I'm safe with this. And then all of a sudden you get a fire. You're like, well, why didn't my smoke detector go off? And the problem you run into is there's a sensor that's on here, and it detects the flow of air, and it's constantly analyzing it. But that sensor gets filled up with dust, dander, debris that's just floating in our air. Think about if you never wipe down your countertops. How dirty would it be after a month? How dusty would it be? Now imagine what it's like after 10 years. That's why they start to lose their efficiency, and that's why the U.S. Fire Administration recommends we get rid of these every 10 years, replace them because they don't work anymore. But the technology that's in here, this was developed in the 60s. That's 60 years ago. This is 2021. This is 1960s technology. Where, like Adam mentioned, this is next generation technology, developed in the last decade with that advanced photoelectric cell. It knows the difference between steam that's coming off of your shower and, say, smoke that's coming off of your stove, where this one seems to have so many false alarms. And a lot of times those false alarms happen at 2, 3, 4 a.m. And you just take the battery out, like, I just want a good night's sleep. I'll get it tomorrow. Then tomorrow turns into next week. And then before you know it, you don't have a smoke detector that's functioning in your house. And unfortunately, 2 out of 5 home fire deaths has a home in it that has a smoke detector with no batteries in it. That's according to the U.S. Fire Administration. So Adam, what we're giving you today is we're going to replace these guys because we know at 10 years you got to replace it. But we're giving you a smarter, smaller, more compact, but definitely more advanced photoelectric cell. And all you have to do is you place this eye level and above anywhere throughout your house. And I love what Samurai's done is because we know you want the new technology. But we're making it as simple as, do you have a screwdriver? Well, we give you the screws already. If you don't have a screwdriver, we give you the tape that you can easily mount it to any wall, any ceiling, any surface, any flat surface, and then that's it. The next thing you have to do is when you get this at home, there's a little plastic tab. You pull that tab out. Adam, that starts day one. Now, when you think about today, it's 2021. Well, 10 years from now, this thing's going to start beeping every 15 seconds. It's going to let you know we've reached that 10-year mark. It's time to replace it. But that is a 10-year battery that is built into it. So, Adam, when you go back to the manufacturing code, on this thing, you're supposed to replace the batteries every 6 months.
Right.
With your Samurai, you don't have to replace it every 6 months. There's a little test button on there. You press it every 6 months to hear the chime, to make sure it's functioning, to make sure you're safe. So for me, Adam, you go back saying, well, this is absolutely the most important item you're going to buy tonight because it's safety for you and everybody in your household.
You buy it and you feel good that you've got the newest technology because too many people perish in fires. That's the hard truth. And if you've ever, God forbid, been involved in a fire like I have, you know how horrendous, obviously, it is. The two smoke detectors are sensational. Again, 10-year batteries are industry leading. Photoelectric sensor is smarter than it's ever been. I also want to draw your attention to the carbon monoxide detector again. One of our friends and colleagues here, his name is Rick, he's one of our producers, married to a lovely lady called Nancy, been married 30 years. They were selling their house. He was telling me the story the last time we were airing this a few weeks ago. And he was selling the house and they had the inspector come over and the inspector told them that they had a gas leak that they didn't know about. And the gas leak had been going on potentially for well over a year and a half. The reality was, thank God it wasn't more severe, otherwise it would have been, you know, a fatal situation. But Rick and Nancy had complained for a long time that they weren't feeling great, that they weren't feeling well, that something felt out of sorts. And of course, little did they know it was because there was a gas leak, because they didn't have a carbon monoxide detector. You might not have a carbon monoxide detector. This gives you a carbon monoxide detector as well as the next generation smoke detectors. So I would encourage you at this price or full price, it's worth every single penny. We're at $62.99 on sale, which is magnificent. Samurai continuously diverts seemingly quantity from other retailers to us, and we're very grateful. We are a preferred partner of Samurai, and because of that, we really do get the best deals. This continues to be red hot. I want to ask our producer, Allison, was it 18,000 of these being sold? Forgive me, 20,000 of these have been sold. So we are down to the final quantities now. Best way to order, easiest way to order is on hsn.com or download the HSN mobile app. Even to the fact, Joe, you mentioned that 3M sticky tape, because for a lot of us, we understand the benefits, the importance, the relevance of this, but we get it home and it would sit in a box because we don't want to get out the tools. Joe, we've taken away that barrier because now you just stick it to the wall or to the ceiling, right?
It's such an easy thing, as long as it's a flat wall. Like, you can't put it on a popcorn ceiling or a wall that has really deep texture. As long as you have a flat surface, it's going to stick to paint, to tile, to wood. Just make sure it's flat. And if you have a screwdriver, no problem. You can screw it in the wall too. So we're giving you both options to make sure that you have that safe home. And when you're thinking about, when you're looking around your house right now, Adam was talking about, you know, are you safe enough right now in your home? If you're relying on these, okay, you can still have this and have these together. It's just giving you extra layers of protection. But the 2021 code is, do you have a smoke detector in every single bedroom? If you can't say you have that, your house isn't up to code. Your house isn't safe enough. And the other thing is that carbon monoxide, like Adam mentioning, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, you can't see it. You don't know it until it starts to affect your body. And a lot of people just think, oh, I had a bad meal, I'll be fine tomorrow, but then tomorrow turns into something even more serious. Carbon monoxide, you should have a detector in your home every 750 square feet. That's the new code. So when you think about your house, are you really protected enough? When you think about how big your house is, do you have one in every bedroom? If you don't, you need to get this tonight. Do you even have a carbon monoxide detector? If you don't, you absolutely need to get this tonight. But I love what Samurai did, because they even changed the alarms to make sure that you know the difference between carbon monoxide and smoke. Now, they're both 85 decibel alarms, but I'm going to let you listen to the carbon monoxide. Actually, that's the smoke detector. It's a long, slow,
You were
sweeping
testing
sound.
me, weren't you,
So,
Joe?
Adam,
I know.
It's that chirping. I was testing to make sure you were paying attention. But the slow one is for smoke, because you can see smoke, you can smell smoke. But with carbon monoxide, it's a fast beat. Adam, you hear that fast beat? You can't see it. It's detecting that carbon monoxide. It is time to get out of the house fast. When you hear that fast beep, just grab everything. So we're making you safe with the #1 reason why people are calling and the #2 reason why people are calling 911 nowadays.
Samurai has always said you're safer with Samurai by your side, and it's true. With these smoke detectors, you feel a lot safer. You can buy similar ones in the stores, but they are so much more money, and typically just one smoke detector is retailing for $35 to $40. You're getting 2 of them, and then you're getting the carbon monoxide detector, which on average you could easily spend $45 to $50. So you're really getting a very valuable offer on technology that is designed to make you safer at home. We have to protect ourselves and our loved ones, and this one does just that. Look, at full price, it's worth every penny. If you can get it at a discount, even better. $62.99. FlexPay is yours at $21. We know it's easy to use. We know it's got a 10-year battery. Joe talked about the lifetime, how much you would spend on batteries, which could be a lot of money. Also, of course, you talk, and Joe's got, look, Joe, there it is, a comparative amount, right?
If you have 3 of these, and you have to replace them batteries every 6 months, Adam, this cost me $92 just in batteries. And keep in mind, I'm charging up something from 1960s technology. So when you end up thinking, just $92, it saved me money just to get the Samurai today, just because the battery cost alone. And the only thing you have to do, the battery's already in there. Adam, there's a little plastic tab. You pull that plastic tab out, that starts day 1. Now, every 6 months, unlike this guy where you're supposed to change the batteries, you just push down that little button down there to test it, to make sure it's functioning perfectly. Now, in 10 years from now, you're going to hear it chirp every 15 seconds. It's letting you know the 10 years has come and passed. And what happens in 10 years? Adam, you need to replace it. The sensor that's on here, it's fantastic, but unfortunately over time, at the 10-year mark, the U.S. Fire Administration says they lose their efficiency because the dust, the dander, the debris that's in the air clogs up those sensors. So time to get rid of it, but for the next 10 years, you have the best technology to keep your home nice and safe.
I've said it a million times, and I mean it. We have, ever since Joe launched this on HSN, I got my Samurai smoke detectors and love them. I highly recommend them to you as well. Joe, as always, thank you for giving us the great guidance and information on these Samurai smoke detectors. We appreciate you. We'll see you a little bit later.
Sounds good. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you, Joe. Don't forget, the offer tonight is not just the 2 smoke detectors, but you get the carbon monoxide detector to go along with it as well. We've been asking trivia all night long, and the last one was, what award has host Debbie Denman received for her previous job? Well, she was a news anchor and she won an Emmy. Look at you, Debbie Denman. That's amazing. An Emmy for Debbie Denman here on HSN. Check out more about Debbie online at hsn.com. They're asking if I have an award. Well, I have a couple, but not positive ones. I'll leave it at that. I'll tell you one day, actually, but it's not as precious as hers. Stay with us, more fun after this.